Yo. I don't know how long this one's gonna be, but should be interesting. I imagine there's gonna be a few people who want to challenge me like yesterday, and then see where it goes from there. Other than that, ladder, nations, no even split between the two. Of course, we're starting right off the bat with a less than ideal map. But should be fine, I think. Map's always a pain to fight on. If anyone remembers, this is the map I actually lost my first ladder game on. So, I don't really have too many fond memories of this map. Especially as blue. Oh, well, suppose this guy... Yeah, the one loss against some random guy because I didn't play it too well. But still losing in nations. I'm not super broke anymore. And then slowly climbing up. I got quite a bit to go before I actually get number 1, but getting pretty close to number 2. Oh, Coast Guard, nice. My dad was in the Navy, my brother's in the Marines. This map again? And blue again? Come on. Okay, looks like he's going all out. This might not be too threatening of a player to be going against from the looks of things. Yeah. This one was a nice little win pretty quickly. Same person, huh? Is they have the unfortunate situation of they're going right back into queue right as I, same as me, so we just see each other. Yo. Oh my god. Well, at least the game should be quick. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't think T and Python has anything too crazy planned. Like, I know 2v2s are going to be worked on. He's probably going to make some more additions to nations. But I can't really say, like, what his, plans are. It's always been, like, kind of a simple game. Not really too much else to add other than a few more game modes. I guess maybe a mode where there's more than just 4 people, I guess, but you're really going to have to solve the issues of game stability before that happens. Where you're going to have to get it to where people don't lag as much. I know the 1v1s are pretty stable right now, but I think the free-for-alls a lot of people struggle with. Just in terms of city count. Okay. Poop, 1, 2, 3. Sure. I'll fight this guy. I think it'll probably maintain its current player base. The people that do play this game, I don't think this guy is here. Yeah, the people that do play this game enjoy it. There are also actually quite a few new faces I've seen. So, you know, some people join, some people leave, you know. Just how things are. As if this guy's gonna leave his troops here, I'll attack him. Yeah, I know the game mode's kind of laggy for a lot of people, but I think it's more just like an optimization thing. Hoping Team Python can get it figured out for the most part. I don't know. This is one of the new maps. I'm not sure who made it, but it's got some features, is what I'll say. Can lead pretty easily to a stalemate from either side if no idea how that unit got encircled, but whatever. Can lead pretty easily to a stalemate. But he's not playing it that way. I mean, I'm down on troops right now, but this really isn't a big deal. I'm still going to be ahead in the long term. Especially if he keeps fighting me. I think he's going lights as well. I can't be sure. Yeah. Cabbage Jack. This is a name I think I have seen as far as decent players go. So this guy might be the first threat. See how it goes. I mean, that's a pretty good opening. See if he can capitalize. Doesn't look like he has anything on his city, so he's going for more of an aggressive opening right now, which I'm completely fine with. That'll allow me to be defensive. You see, I already have a troop lead. And I have an income lead. He's just kind of going all in right now. Make sure to turn these front cities off. But a lot of it is, after today, I really got to start working on the tournament. That's something I got to focus on a lot. Make the maps, get it announced, other stuff. Hey. Well, I could have sworn this guy was, from what I've seen, this guy was better. At least, like, play style. Kind of just seemed like he went all in across the whole front. Well, I mean, that was a good little pick that he did on me right there. But he's kind of too far down for that one unit dying to matter. Oh, Talvia. Yeah, kind of figured you weren't coming back. But whatever. You just bored of the game now, or what? I guess he's already gone. Well, is that's enough for that. Switch it up and see if there's any threats on the world map now. Well, it's unfortunate either way. Most of it's just paying attention to your units. If you just don't let your units die, you'll have a lot better time. Just pay attention to the health bars for the most part. Once they get down in the yellow or the red, pull them off. I wouldn't really worry about actually trying to go for the encirclements or anything. Once you get good about not letting your units die, that's when you can start doing other things. Seems like not really. Oh, never mind. All right, let's see. Yeah, they added bridges now as well, which is nice. Let's see. Fortunately, that little opening, I think, lost the game for my opponent. Yeah. Yeah, the bridges and nations is a nice touch, so hopefully it means there aren't too many maps that will screw people over. But yeah, also, yeah, more morale, you do more damage. Higher morale, higher damage. But I wouldn't really worry too much about worrying about the morale at first. Just pay attention to the health. Against most players, as long as you don't lose units and you can be pretty consistent on your cycle, you'll be able to win. It's up until you get to until like the top 50 players in the game is when you're gonna have to do a bit more. All right, this guy. Going for a little opening here, huh? See how this goes for you. Well, he might have just overextended right there. And he's falling back in the south. Probably should cover that city at least in case he went to all in me. I'm going to assume all his cities are empty at this point. There's his reserves. I guess they're not empty. I guess some of them are, some of them aren't. Probably push this unit off. Since it's not technically on the city, yeah, capture it. That should be good enough here. Should be another win. You know, last time I streamed, I had like Assassin, Concealed. They were all, I think, trying to find me. I'm not so sure about today. But if none of them show up, I'll be happy with taking all the free wins. Unless someone manages to slap me down, then that will be not as fun. And kind of embarrassing. Well, well, well. Look who it is here. Oh god, and this city's kind of in a terrible spot. So, to counteract that, I am going to have to rush him on this side of the map. Okay. Let's move all these guys over here. Try not to get my whole army encircled while this happens. Okay. Let's pull back a little bit. Let's pull you back as well. I think that's a good pocket. It's always stressful fighting this guy. He's a little aggressive. So sometimes it can mean things don't go too well, but it looks like he might be getting a little too aggressive. I've encircled this whole army up north. And that's looking like this should be game. Of course, you know, not as clean as my other wins, but, you know, can't have a super dominating performance every game. We'll see. Just go around like so. I should just be able to walk forward here and kill him. Like so. Well, that's less than ideal. Okay. So, despite the weird opening right there, looks like I'm going to win. Yeah. That was a little goofy. What about Russia? I don't know. I do not know. This map is a little... oh. I guess he didn't feel like fighting. Oh, you were holding a award ceremony for blue? Oh. We have another all-in frontline attacker. For those of you who play the game, if you fight this, just cover your cities at the start, defend, and that's good enough to win. You'll outtrade them over time. And then moments like this, you can just squeeze a unit by. You know their cities are going to be unprotected. Okay, well, I suppose this guy likes to prove me wrong. He has a reserve unit just in the perfect spot to annoy me. But it doesn't really matter. He's dead anyway. I don't really think there's too much he can do at this point, aside from getting maybe a lucky city snipe. But he doesn't really have reserves. So that should be his whole army dead, both the north and the south. Hey, how's it going? Well, suppose that's that. Check the leaderboard. I don't actually remember how many games. I know Carson's been still slogging it out. Yeah, Jesus, almost 1,600. 1,000 more games played than me. That's insane. I don't think I could put in that much of a grind ever. Well, that's good. Or is it the red fodder or the blue fodder you're taking care of? Because I'll appreciate it a lot less if it's the wrong side. I don't think I've seen a guy with the friend tag in a while. I could have sworn this name is a little more familiar than I'm thinking. Well, I guess we'll find out. Looks like he's kind of slow to react. I guess he is pushing up north. You always got to be careful against people with titles. Doesn't matter. Nice. And no, there is no glory for blue. Is he just pulling back? That's interesting. I don't really see that too much. Or they mirror me. So I guess I'll send this guy down here as well. These guys should all be dead soon. I guess I lost one unit. Probably should turn my production on. Turn that city off. Yeah. I think Friend is one of like the DLC titles or whatnot. Yeah, like this guy, his name seems familiar. I know he didn't win. I would have definitely remembered him if he won, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he's like in high school or something. Got a lot more free time. Not saying I don't also have a lot of free time. 3 days off is, relatively a lot of time. But I can't. I love War of Dots, but I can't spend my whole 3 days playing it. Well, I mean, he's not really trading too bad, but he's not trading good enough to stop me from continuing this push. Especially once I get this extra heavy back in the fight. Yeah, I don't think I've actually played Carson yet either, so it'll be interesting to see. I know he's beaten quite a few people in the top, so I know he's no pushover. I mean, you can't be if you have that many games won. Get the city, yeah. Play a world map. See what's going on there. Doesn't look like a lot of the blue players are on right now as far as threats. Oh, was that you? I think it's, you know, like with the war pretty much wrapping up and no real way to turn around, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have just stopped. Especially, I think the economy really hurt. Like, it doesn't feel as good if... I know it's an addition to the game, but your wins not being worth the same as your opponent's wins. So even if you go 1-1 against somebody, does not really feel that good. Like, out of Carson's 1,500 games, the land gain difference, it could be... I don't really remember what the percentage is, if it was like 30% or something. Oh, this guy. Luckily, this is more of a frontline map, so I don't have to worry about him doing anything too crazy. Should just be able to... Honestly, this concave that he's getting on me is not really too bad, because I'm fighting him a lot in the forest. Of course, he's gonna try and do little sneaky things against me, but close enough to stop him. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Little misplay by me right there in the south. Luckily, counteracted by his own unfortunate misplay right there. Oh, well, somehow he broke out. Oh well. I think I'm getting the better of him in these trades so far. I am losing a little bit, but if we're both losing, then, you know, not too bad. Okay, well, I just had to say something and get proven wrong instantly. Typical. But I think now it's over. Surely he can't come back from this. Okay, well, little zone of control memery right there. $30K up. I mean, yeah, losing these units does suck, but I think doing well enough at least. Not too many mistakes. I think he should realize it pretty soon that it's lost. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. It sucks that I invested in, let's just say, not the right stocks. Oh, am I gonna get away with this little pocket here? Looks like I am. Not a bad little encirclement there, I think. Oh, this wouldn't be a bad one to get either. Looks like he's gonna fight it out till the end this time. Yeah, RNB. Yeah, I mean, I invested when it was low, but I invested in RNB, and that one was stuck at the bottom of the barrel for, well, like, I think almost a full week, it felt like. Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna hold out till the end. No matter. Fine by me. See, yeah. Under 100K now. Always is kind of slow. Grinding through these holdouts in these reduced damaged tiles or tile sets, snow, forests, and whatnot. But he doesn't have enough to really put up any more of a fight, so I don't think he's going to have any crazy naval plays either. Just go for these two cities. And then that's game. I might have to go for this top city, which I know is going to be undefended. I'm stopping healing on all those other cities as well. And he's just got the one guy there. He's certainly, you know, doing his hardest to stall me out. Honestly, it costed him. That's, you know, 3 lights I won't have to chew through for a while. Should capture the city pretty soon as well. These guys don't have orders. So, that little maneuver he did saved me a little bit of time. The last unit. Well, there's that. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember your name. I think I've played you before somewhere. See how this guy wants to play this. A little defensive. I can work with that. See. I think he might be getting confused and thinking that this little gray area is a mountain and I can't walk through it, which I can. So, that might have just been game right there. Nice little pocket on him. And I'm going to send a couple guys back this way so he doesn't accidentally, well, not accidentally, but so he can't snipe that city for free. Huh. Well, I know he can't really have the resources to, yeah, do all that. It was a little closer than I would have liked. But I think it should be wrapped up right about now. looks like he's reacting to the south now. But I think a little too late. Got the city. Yeah. Let's see. Probably 1 point, yeah. There aren't really many people who are going to give me more than one. Lucy again. I imagine there should be a full frontal assault coming any second. Which I will position these guys to counter. No? Okay. Oh, yep. Crossing the river, huh? It's a bold choice. I was not expecting that play. Just spread these guys out a little bit more. But overall, it still should be very difficult for him to make stuff happen here. If I just go around like this, that should be his whole army dead in the south. I'm actually going to let him cross just so he pushes forward the zone of control further. And if I go through the south here now, he shouldn't really have anything back here. Oh, I guess he does. Those units walk through. I guess I can check. I mean, I can afford to just throw a couple units away in case his capital is empty, which is not. So I guess I'll just use him on the front line instead of trying to rush him down a bit faster. I don't think this guy makes me play the whole game out, so I'm expecting a surrender pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is addicting. Especially when you get, like, a few good players in, get some good games that aren't just, stomps. I can't tell. Did he pull a unit off this city to do that? No. Why does it feel like he has more troops than he does? He only has 60,000 troops. So where are his troops coming from? No, there's not. I think the only way you can really check the stocks is you have to like ask to see what they're at from like someone in the Discord or something. How close am I to number 2? I think I got like what, 100 games? Yeah, 100 games. Play a world one. Sunday through Tuesday. Those are my days off, so anyone who wants to do a match. Sometimes I'll be busy, but most days I'm free to play. See here. What is my opponent up to? They have nothing on their city. Okay. I should be able to smash through all of these fronts. Oh, he actually sent boats in to counter me. Unfortunately, the guy that he actually wants to stop is landing. I'm actually going to produce a light unit there as well. Oh, turn these off. Yeah. There, produced where I wanted. That should be it. These guys landing behind me doesn't really matter. Just snake everyone through. Send a unit on each side. We actually have zone of control, huh? Well, he did for a second. And that's his whole army encircled. He's probably going to capture this city back, but I think it's going to be a little too late for that to matter. So just send everything forward, why not? It's unfortunate. Oh, I guess he's going to capture. He's fighting on. Gotta respect it. That's unlucky. I guess I can show you right now. RMB Works is kind of popped off. Where is it? So, I think I sold right around somewhere like here. But they're on the ledge. The next stock I invested in is Purple Works, because I saw they were down quite a bit. But of course, you know, they just go down even more now that I've invested in them. I guess I should have invested in Tap Trust. Violet Fields looks like it might be a good one. Yeah, well, the good news is they always usually bounce back up, so. Stocks are never really, unless you're really unlucky like I was, the stock that you invest in is usually, you're able to make a profit within a few days. It's not going to like bottom out forever. So alternate. Take out some people on the ladder. Surprised no one's challenged me yet. Although I did do the line of people that did want to 1v1 me in a friend battle. I did kind of play a lot of them yesterday, so okay, what the good game. What? The game just started. Well, looks like they're cycling. But I think I won. I cut off this bridge, which is usually pretty important. I'm also gonna pull this guy up here. I don't think he's gonna remember that guy exists. Okay, that's a play you can do. Going for boats. I mean, he can go for a landing, but I guess he'll get the bridge back, but These guys would be much better used on the front line itself. They're going to take a lot of attrition and do barely any damage in return. Or if he just lands a null and circle. This I'll give him the option to land like right here or something. Yeah. Encircled. Which is unfortunate, but... especially since he used these coast guys. I'm just gonna squeak by him a little bit. Keep him encircled. Yeah. Honestly, that's what I did with R&B Forge. It got so low, so I invested it in again, and then it went even lower. But, you know, it has to go back up. It's not like a real world stock. There's no way it can stay down for all eternity. Let's see what's going on here, huh? I think that should be game. He did unencircle a little bit, but... yeah. This guy should die pretty quickly, anyway. And then the threat of this little encirclement on his whole army right here. Yeah. Guess I did lose a little. That could have been disastrous. Yes, he did finally remember that there was a unit down there. I'm not really going to worry too much about getting encircled, though. Like, it's really not a big deal if I lose a bunch of units. There's really nothing this guy can do anymore. Yeah, it was planned to be Sunday, but things went wrong out on the river. Guess I am being a little too sloppy with these units. Nice. I mean, like, I don't really think, like, War of Dots is simple enough to where you don't really need, like, you can come back after playing after, like, not playing, and it's not like you're going to lose a bunch of skill. Like, I think Curly Head did the same thing against a couple people who challenged him. He, like, showed his face in a voice chat for, like, an hour or so, and he beat, I think, everyone who challenged him. good on you. Always nice getting a win. And what is this guy's plan? Gonna pull everything back over here. Alright. This, I think, is going to be a game. Why not risk it all, you know? I'll push forward as much as he will allow me without fighting. Let's just see what happens here, huh? Okay, what is that? Why does he have so many people on the coast? Well, I mean, if he wants to defend it that hard, you know, whatever. You can have it. Well, as we can say, it was never really a smart move to be doing all this. Oh well. I'll just have to play normal. It's always the answer is just play normal. Doesn't matter what you're doing, just don't do anything fancy. Just win the game normally. Oh, you little rat. Well, I can't really say that was my greatest play, but not the worst either. What is this? This guy does know that boats do like 0 damage. That might not have been the best trade of all time. Perhaps a little too early to be doing all these things. Just go around like that. Well, luckily I already have my troop advantage back, so... nothing too bad. And with this encirclement, that should seal it. Yeah, well played. I'll leave this guy here just in case he does some fancy shenanigans, but... just please turn into a boat right in front of my light. Well, I guess that one was for the naval enjoyers. And another game showing why they are not really the best play ever. Let's see, I guess go something like that. Yeah, I do want a separate ELO for free-for-alls too. I'd probably play him a bit more. Yep, that's about what I expected. Little all-in maneuver here. I guess I should have left these guys over on this other city, but... eh. Should be fine. Even if he does capture this city, I'm so far ahead that it doesn't really matter. I should just be able to dive in like this. Cut off all these units. And should be quite a few units dying from attrition. I should have enough units to start going forward to his other city. Even though this one hasn't been captured yet. Well, looks like he is going to get it, but... I mean, he's so far down on troops. Capture this city. That should be it right here. This will produce another unit right here. Bye-bye, city. Send you up here as well, I guess. This is capital gone as well. Well, one more city to capture. Really fighting to the bitter end, huh? Good game. Assuming that's going to be another 1-pointer. Unless it already counted, I can't remember. Oh well. Okay, this is interesting. Looks like he's going all in to start off. So I guess I'll fall back like that. And like that. Kind of move like this. As he sees the landing. No, he doesn't have anything on his cities, so that city should be open. Yeah, the king. Yeah, he's dead. That city should be open. This capital should be open as well. Well, let's see. Nothing too crazy going up. This could be an interesting game, depending on how my opponent plays it. Pull back from this side, and then I guess just all in right here. Defend the mud. And then, looks like he's not garrisoning his cities either, so I'll just walk through. I guess I'll capture, go for this city first, it's closest. Easiest thing to check, which he does have a unit nearby. What is that? Guess I'll move around like this. Oh, little diving maneuver, right? Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't think things are going too well for him. A fresh produced unit right here. I think he's dead. And that's his capital. I don't know. I mean, these are like a lot of the games. I think it's just Nations has probably brought a lot of new players and they don't really know what's going on yet. And they're not in the Discord, so they don't really learn. Yeah. I've noticed a lot of new people too, when they do ask for help, they want like they want to know what you want to do right at that moment, right then and there. They don't really think about, like, you know, if the situation, they'll take like the advice as this is something that you always do every time. A blitz genius. I'm going to guess they're going to dumpster right into me. Nothing on their cities yet. There's 1, 3. Okay, so this guy is going to be probably not a pushover. Where do I want to fight then? I don't really want to fight the south. I want to fight the center. So I guess I'll just pull back for now. If he wants to send anything else down there, you can go ahead. I guess I'll see if I can pin a couple units over here before he reacts. 1 light. That's not bad. Never mind. Nothing. Guess it could be worse. We'll just fight over here. Probably pull this heavy. And then looks like he wants to fall back. We'll just keep pushing the part of his line that isn't heavies. And then I scoot up a little bit on the rest of the line. Get my production made. Well, I'm not seeing anything crazy. Usually when I see people with Blitz Genius, they're kind of aggressive. But this guy is kind of passive. Not that that's a bad thing. But he isn't being passive and cycling, so I guess it's not a good thing either. See. Move move my units a little bit. That's kind of what I figured would happen. City is right there. Now that he's pulled back. Just go something like that. I don't really need to take the city right away. And grind down his troops a little bit more. That might have been a little ambitious. Well, he's reacting pretty good. Notice that this is going to be an encirclement if he lets it happen, but... and I kind of blundered right there. Losing a couple units like that. Should be able to prevent that encirclement. Let's see, yeah. Well, better than most, I'd say. Pretty good player. That was nice timing on that city. I think I would have lost a couple units there. But that's probably going to do it for this opponent. See if I can get a lucky snipe right here. Yeah. Well, that was a good game. Yeah, like these little like 2 tile pixels that they get stuck on is kind of annoying, especially because you have to send them like one direction to unjam them. Well, at least he can't do a last stand. He kind of left his capital open. Swap back to a ladder match. As I can check the Discord too, see if anyone's calling me out. Not yet. It looks like PNCG's not having a good time either. He's getting slapped around by a few other people. Pixari. Never seen this person before either. Looks like they're an aggressive player, though. I can deal with that. Gonna go after my heavy, huh? Well, you go for it, I guess. He's got nothing on his city still. So they must be used to clobbering people if they're being this aggressive while cycling. But unfortunately that unit's pinned. I'm gonna get out with my heavy. That's a pretty good kill to get early on. They should realize at this point, not looking too good. Yes, you go to here, here. Just let them in a little bit on this end. They haven't pulled anything off this front, so I'll do the same. Leave that empty. If I can pick that light off, that would be nice, but it looks like I messed up, so I'm not going to get it. Looks like I am going to get another heavy, though, if I can squeeze. Nope. Oh, well. That heavy's so crippled, it's going to take forever for them to get back in the fight. Just don't want to get encircled there. Looks like he's starting to panic a little bit. Pull some units off that front. I can get an encirclement on this guy. Kind of push his sides in a little bit. Then focus on getting a nice little concave here. We're fully healed. Getting some nice pins here. I know he's behind on troops. But let's see if I can go for a little something here. Yeah, I guess he saved it, but not really the worst trade, I think. Not really the best either, though. Yeah. I know he's got open cities, and there's not really anywhere to, like, squeeze past on this map, though. And he's being pretty good about not letting me just take him for free. Like, no path to just walk through. Hopefully I can at least get this heavy. Yeah. I'm also being a little sloppy too. I've lost quite a few units right there. Not really something that should be allowed. Well, not allowed, but done. I should be a little bit better about micro there. Though if I really needed to, I could send a heavy from this area a lot faster than he could, because he's got... I can just go this way. He has to go all the way around the mountain if he wants to match me. Looks like I am going to lose a heavy here, which is unfortunate, but... yeah, not the worst thing in the world. And I'm trading a little bit better now. He's out of morale, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think it's good to see what the best way to play the game is, but there's a lot of, like, different strategies that people employ. Like, people like using their units differently, even though there's only two of them. Like, me and Sleepy have different ways that we use our heavies. You can't really say, like, one's better than the other. Okay, looking like now it's starting to get a little wrapped up. Yeah, you too. But you're retired, so you don't count. You had your own way. Past tense. Whoops, that was a pretty bad mistake by me. You just unretired? Well, what brought that about? The retirement didn't really last long. Well, that's good. It'll give me a chance to get my vengeance in the nations mode. person has done a pretty good job cycling and keeping me at bay for a bit. Making me fight it out. But I think now's the time it starts to become dire for them on top of the city. My troop lead has only grown. There's 60,000 troops for each of us just sitting here doing nothing. Yeah. Well, you know, Talvi, I hear that Assassin is your kryptonite. He told me that he played you 3 times and he beat you 3 times. And he's convinced he's the better player, so... You know, maybe you gotta fight him first on your return. I, of course, stood up for you. I said you're the better player, because you've beaten me. Of course, he said that he's beaten me too, but he's only beaten me once. But I think there's a little, there should be your first challenge there on your return back. Is silencing your doubters in blue. Him with a good game. See if he's gonna let me call it earlier. If he wants to keep going. He doesn't really have a lot of room to fall back on. It would be Curlyhead, who, you know, argument, I think 3rd best player, but there could be an argument for 2nd, although I think Sleepy's better than him. I'm not so sure about now. I know he's still really good. I don't know if he's still, like, up there, but I know he did beat pretty much everyone when he did come back for like a day, no practice, so he's probably still at least in the top 5. And then there's Icy Dot, which I'm not sure if he plays anymore. I haven't seen him in a while. He was really good. I mean, this person as well. Pixary is also really good. They're making me fight for every last inch. They of course have lost a long time ago, but certainly making me micro for it. Well, I guess they finally agree. Situation is lost. I mean, it's hard to say, like, as far as, like, there's people who win every single game pretty much, and that would be me, Sleepy. And it might just be us two. Oh, Trugmoller, yeah. I mean, when I'm talking about lists, no one includes Trugmoller because he is at that #1 spot. He is the War of Dots GOAT. The reason we don't factor him in is because if we did, there wouldn't be room for anyone else to be ranked. But yeah. I don't know, man. I asked and no one ever got back to me, so just never ended up hosting it. I had the red players ready, but the blue players, they just never responded. Yeah, sure, we can 1v1. You can host and pick the map. Just send the code in the chat when you host it. Truck Molar. Oh, I also have my first wannabe. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. I think that is it. Yeah. Apparently there's a guy. I think I played OP Master once and I beat him. That was a while ago though. But yeah, there's this guy who made my name, but instead of an L for Slammer, it's an I. So that's pretty funny. Just showed up today because lava put it in there. I guess I'll put the yeah, I guess you got the code. Kiwi. Guessing that's you. I guess we'll go for a pretty fair map. Let's see what to do. I guess the 4-city map, why not? This map's alright with you? I used to play a lot of Diablo 2 as well. Oh, not with capital K. Well, you can pick any map you want, and then start it up whenever you feel like it. Because you're the host, so you pick. I've seen a couple of their videos. I think they do mostly free-for-all stuff. And since I haven't really played a lot of free-for-alls, obviously I haven't run into them personally. He probably is. Oh, 3-player, huh? Whatever, I'll play a 3-player, why not? Or a 1v1, doesn't matter. Just, you know, ready up when you're ready. Or start it whenever you're ready. Yeah, that's good. Oh, good luck. Yeah, Trugmoller is the literal goat. He could if I played Trugmoller 100 times, I could win maybe 3 matches, maybe 5 actually. That's what happens though when people disappear from the community. They start to like pretend like they're either not that good or they don't know who they are. Hmm. All right. Let's see how you attack. So you're getting ready in the south. Guess I was a little slow on my units on cities, but I'll rectify that. Looks like you're going for lights too, huh? Trugmuller is not a joke. Don't pretend. Don't slander him like that. Thinking I'm going to get my second unit made. So just fall back here. Whatever. I don't need 1 extra city of healing. Then you. Let's push up here. Well, so far so good on your end. You're doing pretty good on your cycle. Yep. Drogmuller will never not be the best player in the world. Well, I'm liking the way this is playing out so far. A little bit of a lead, 20k, not too much, but enough. Hey, you'll see. I'm gonna get Trugmuller to come back, and you'll regret speaking ill of him. What are the odds you have an empty city? You're losing one fund a tick. Hey, you know what? I'm getting Trugmuller back in. I don't care how much what I have to do to convince him to come back. I'm gonna get him back. You're gonna regret it. Let's see what's going on over here. City empty? No. Oh well, guess it was worth a try. No, if I had an alt, it wouldn't be something as silly as Trugmuller. Everyone knows I come up with real, like, Giga Chad names. Trugmuller? Not on that level. Well, this has certainly taken a while, but it's looking like the troop count is starting to dwindle a little bit. My chess rating, like 800. Next tourney, I should be announcing it next week. Is the planned, like, timetable on that. You know, hoping that there's, like, no hiccups or nothing. Oh, whoops. Got a little encircled there while I was on autopilot. Oh well, luckily it's too little too late for that. I mean, you say that, but me and Shrug Moeller have been in the same room, in the same game before, so... And we've also been in the same voice chat, talking at the same time. So yeah, checkmate there. Yeah, sure. Well, I'll tell you this, Kiwi, you certainly are a strong player. Yeah, I've noticed I've gotten a little more of a stutter too. I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe it has something to do with the most recent patch. I'm not... No one ever trusts me. When I was first making a name for myself, no one trusted me on cycling, morale cycling. Once I became a top player, no one trusted me on map openings and lights. And then now that, you know, that's kind of reached a consensus, now no one trusts me on Shrug Moeller. At the start, you had too many units in the south that just weren't doing anything. If you weren't going to attack me in the south, either pull back or just have less units up there pushed up. see. See what the stocks are looking like. Any update? Still just nosediving? Yeah. That's not ideal. Yeah. Yeah, all 80 losses. Alright, I guess I'll 1v1 you too. Sure. Again, you know, pick the map. Because that's just how it is. All or nothing. It's just like my playstyle. No problem. I'll be down to 1v1 you again in the future sometime. But it doesn't have to be balanced. You can pick whatever. And this one is a interesting one. Funnily enough, this is actually a map I had my best win versus Curly Head when he started with an extra 10,000 troops. See here, a little aggressive. So I'm fine with that. Well, I'm liking my position so far on this map. Oh, probably should have touched my production a lot sooner. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I'm not really too sure. I really do have to start working on the actual maps for the tournament. I've kind of been putting those off. And while I do have Concealed to help me make them, he did agree, it still is going to take a lot of work to balance out the maps, you know, and get them ready. I know people have been waiting for another tournament for a while, so I'll try and be better. With Assassin's Program, it should be easier to, like, have all the games in one bulk video compared to before. So I'll probably be able to gather up replays. And it also will help too, because you can watch, so a patch won't, like, corrupt all the replays and make them unwatchable. So that'll probably be something how I do it. Instead of, like, putting all the replays in one file, I'll just have everyone send the replays to me, download them, and then put it all in one bulk video. Yeah, I've noticed sometimes, like, what I've noticed sometimes is, like, when I'm dragging a unit, it feels like the order drops sometimes. Or, like, it'll, like, go early. So instead of, like, me having the order go all the way to the city, it'll drop, like, to right here, and I have to give it another order to go, like, finish off to the city. That's not really too much of an issue for me. And I'm not even sure if that's just my mouse or not. I've got a pretty old mouse and headset. Going for a little encirclement. Unfortunately, the city's gonna fall. Good game. But, yeah. Just gotta work on it. And no problem. It was a good game. You're better than most people that are on, so... The world is not looking good. If you're a red player, that is. We've just been dropping. I don't even know how there is 15 million for, you know, each team. It's like every player gets 1,000 to start off with. So I'm not really sure how there's this much money for each team, where that number came from. Yeah. Hopefully, it might, I don't know if it's gonna require like a big restructuring of the game's programming, but it would be nice because this game really, shouldn't be lagging at all. It's so simple. But main thing I guess I'm looking forward to 2v2s, and then this is only something that can be added after like the whole lag situation gets fixed out for most players. But maybe like bigger maps and more players, like maybe like like up to 8 players and then bigger maps. That would be pretty cool to see. You could have a lot more setup, a lot more situations. But yeah, I think that's probably gonna do it for me today. I really do have to get started on these on the like tournament prep, and I'm also still fucking sunburnt as a all over, and it kind of hurts still. But yeah, some good games. Of course, continuing the win streak. I guess let me see if I can pull that up as well. Assassin's Program. Where is it? Right here, I think. Yeah. This little program right here. Nice. And we can see up to 151 wins. No losses, no draws. I'm probably never going to empty out the replay folder anymore. That way all the evidence will be kept in here. You can see a lot of names, one result. But yeah. It's it. So yeah.